Hello everyone, my name is Oldimus and welcome to another episode in the Oldimus Plays series where I showcase video games, indie video games that I find really interesting or that I really enjoy. Today I'm going to play an indie game called Songs of Conquest. Songs of Conquest is a turn-based strategy game, much like the Heroes of Might and Magic series of games. So you can expect to find kingdom management, hero management, army management, tactical combat, some RPG elements, all that in one beautiful, artistically beautiful package. So let's play the first scenario of the campaign. We'll play for around 30 minutes or so. I'll add the Steam store link in the description down below as usual if you want to see the game for yourselves. And without further ado, let's start a new campaign. Let's start the first song, the Song of Stoutheart. Cecilia Stoutheart, the young Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, must face enemies within and without to hold on to her power and protect her people. Stoutheart will stand. Okay, the first mission at normal difficulty. This is the second game that's very inspired, it's clearly inspired from the iconic Heroes of Might and Magic series that was released recently. The first one was Heroes Hour, with a much more retro look to it. Cecilia Stoutheart, the new Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected an uprising of bandits and peasants and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. Travel to Flint Hills. Okay, so you can interact with your hero with various objects along the on the map anyway, along the way. Gallows, source of knowledge. Okay. Death comes to all, some sooner than others. 250 EXP. Aurelian milestone. This old milestone shows the way. +2 movement. Cool. There's a dead commander there. Source of riches. That's a weird way to call it. A dead commander, source of riches. The dead commander wore Stoutheart colors and the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reserve. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops was more serious. Did we find anything or not? And turn. You can always come back to your level up choice by clicking the level circle at the wielder's portrait. Oh, I did we level up? No. No, we didn't. Okay. Let's proceed. There's a caravan. Some gold. Nothing there. Okay, by pressing the Alt key, you can see the movement that you have left and anything that you can interact on the map. You can interact with on the map. Right, so another milestone. The Corvus Reserve. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus Reserves, and they had clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness. The Corvus Reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What's the situation and status of the mines? Our scout detected hostiles about, milady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well-armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops. We march for Flint Hills. Troops that want to join. Some archers and some footmen. Rangers and footmen, sorry. Right. The gold mine is here. It's an optional objective. Well, we are... Apparently we're going to attempt to accomplish it. Soldiers are camped here. Well, let's grab the rangers. Let's go to the waterfall. +3 movement. Okay, so next turn we'll face the rebel militia. Okay, now that we've moved next to them, we can scout the enemy's numbers. Threat level towards Sicilia, easy. Stand down, this mine belongs to the Barony of Stoutheart, it belongs to me. We will do no such thing. You would be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for a storm. There is one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves. I like her. So this is a preview of the battle map. You can these blue hexagons are where you can place your troops. Okay. As you can see, there is elevation here. The more elevated a unit is, the more defense it has, and the more the further away they can shoot if they are a ranged unit. We'll attempt a manual battle, of course, to showcase the combat. All right. Let's move forward. There goes those peasants. Let's move over here. Now we can't move past them because we will receive an attack of opportunity. Let's strike them down here. All right. Okay, our rangers can dispatch them from there, and we can finish them off. Okay, we are victorious. We have reached level 2. Right, we can improve our guard skill. We can get a new skill called melee and upgrade our command skill, which will give us the ability to bring more troops within our army. Let's get the melee skill. Let's capture the gold mine and let's start moving backwards. Okay, and turn. Tribute to order. Cecilia was no ordinary commander. She was a wielder and could draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. Okay, so we got one order essence. That's the magical resource that we need to cast spells. Okay, there's an old camp here. I'll grab the militia. I need to bolster my troops. More militia, excellent. Large camp, more footmen, great. Armor rack, why can't we? Oh, it's visited, okay. Shrine of Aurelia. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire of Aurelia spanned the whole world. Statues of the Empress can still be found spread across Arlian, and many folk speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. Okay, +5 initiative, treasure chest. Let's start moving back south. Okay, some more militia. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants blocked the road west. You best be gone, young Stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies. Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I will be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. One of good intentions. I've since started mercy when old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stoutheart will stand. Oh, that's... She's a brutal lord. Okay, let's move. What about their range? They cannot reach my footman. He can. I'll have to move closer. I'll have to move closer, definitely. Okay, I can attack the barricades. Oh, that's interesting. Let's give him a shot. Alright. Let's soften him up a bit. Alright. The peasants have to reload during this turn, so this gives us ample time to take them out. Alright. Or I've destroyed the barricades, and there are the peasants. They're dead, and we're victorious. Alright. There are some knights here, bannerless knights. Okay, let's send the turn. +1 movement. We cannot move here, so we can only meet with the knights. As Cecilia's troops approached Flint Hills, a well-armed force of soldiers wearing barony's colors came out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a wielder. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Okay, this is... I predict that it's gonna be tough. I'll bring the peasants in front, the peasant militia, and let's start the manual battle. I'll wait for the knights to approach, and I'll make sure to dispatch as many of them as I can with my archers. Over here we'll be safe from getting attacked from higher ground. Okay. Ouch, that hurt. Right. Ow. Okay, the archers will take care of the knight, I think. Let's pacify, protection, quicken. Target enemy troop gets minus 25% damage. Okay, there you go. Right. Okay, there's the knight. The knight's down. The footmen are also down. Like so. And I'll just move here. Hopefully, no, I don't have enough range. That's a shame. Oh, no, I can't. It's outside of my range. I'll just destroy some barricades for my footmen to proceed. More barricades destroyed. They're annoying me. Oh, nice, I can shoot them. Okay. There's no way I can reach them, so it's gonna be like that. And this takes care of them. Excellent victory. We've suffered some losses, but I guess they are acceptable. Okay, so this is our first village. A crowd of peasants, led by a village elder, came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I have defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Barkspur, where their patron awaits. None of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold? No, milady. We were afeared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you are made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces, and together we will restore order to this territory. We heed the call to arms of Stoutheart, as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut. Okay, investigate Hope's Glade. Right, we'll proceed to that soon. We can only recruit peasants. Is there anything that we can build? Farmhouse, blacksmith. No, wait a second. This is not a village. It's not a settlement. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a peasant hut. Okay, and turn. Let's keep moving south. Wait a second. There are some ruins, but I cannot reach them. So we'll just keep moving south. Small band of Cecilia's scouts stood waiting along the roadside. Lady Stoutheart, Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Vilja of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are... whatever. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. These troops are camped within the Tenderwild. You may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, my lady? Surely the Fae are only a myth, superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The law of the leaves still stands, and we must make a sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest beings to atone for your error. I await your judgment, my life is yours. Your death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. Yes, thank you very much. More rangers, excellent. Where's the offering tree? It's down here, I think. Okay, we cannot receive more peasants. I should upgrade my command skill definitely. 6 rangers. Okay. Some mushrooms. Fae spirits. All right. Fae spirits, flying creatures of the Tenderwild with bat-like wings, long claws, and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and their troops. Humans, be gone! We wish to leave an offering for our trespass on the forest, as is stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits. I will do my duty. No, humans, no, none ever. Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am Stoutheart, and by the agreements I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are misery. So be it. Right. Let's see what we'll have to face. All right. They are in groups of 3 or 4 Fae spirits, or 4 units. Right, so we can dispatch one with 1 hit, apparently, of our footman. Okay, out of range, so it's gonna be this one. I'll take out those ones. Okay. Ouch. They hit like a truck, so we already lost 7 rangers. That's a ton of losses, but they took care of them. Okay. Maybe I could have used a spell or two to hinder their advance. Command. Upgrade command, definitely. We want to have more... to bring more soldiers, to field more soldiers. Fey offering tree. The offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend Willia of Thorncliffe had described them once, but had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy, and it seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tinkled like tiny bells in the breeze, and most uncommon, the tree gave off the aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fey of the forest. For trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation. For these Fey spirits slain, I ask forgiveness. They cannot be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. Okay. That's a cheap way to grant, to ask for forgiveness. 1,000 gold. Oh, okay. Did we now visit the giant mushrooms? Okay, we just did. I also should be more careful when visiting these points of interest, because some of them actually bestow a debuff on you. As Cecilia examined this strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and vibrated slightly. She studied many strange ruins from the times of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. Okay, some XP there. What's this? Barian mercenaries. Alright. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries hailing from the merchant states of Baria. Turn back, the road is open for ore shipments from Flint Hills only. I see you're strangers to these lands, or you would know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart. I do not recall a declaration of war from the Barian city-states. Therefore, you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes. We are honorable mercenaries here on contract and merely following orders. Cecilia is really lawful neutral. If I had to give her a D&D alignment, she's ruthless but lawful. I spit on your contract. You have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it, tell me who hired you, and maybe I will ransom you back to your employers. We're not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart, but be warned, our contract states that no one wearing Stoutheart colors are to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never, you shall be treated as thieves and trespassers, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. So, battle it is. Right, the footman over here, the peasants over there, and the rangers on top of the elevated rock. Right, the footman, I'd rather have him stand guard over here. Okay. Damn it. Okay, I'll just move to this elevated ground here. So I should be able to dispatch all of them. Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll hit the ones advancing. We'll hold back. Oh, they have reach. Oh, they have reach. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's move over there with our peasants. Okay, I see two arrows in our arrow pointer, which means that they are dealing full damage, deadly range, high ground, offense versus 45 offense versus 7 defense. There we go. There goes the mercenaries, and we're victorious. Alright. Right, your troops gain 10% damage, or command, or melee offense. Command. Combat training. Combat training it is. Combat training it is. Okay. No survivors remain. Hope's Glade. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade looking for survivors. The townsfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble they heard a moan. They uncovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady Stoutheart, we held as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were too strong. Who did this? Barians? A troop of Bari mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur, but it were knights that attacked us. Men of Arlian, setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender. All we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind, but Stoutheart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. Okay, let's look for survivors. Worn gloves. Worn gloves, whatever. What do these worn gloves do? +1 defense. Okay, not bad. There's a tavern here. As they reached the top of a hill, they found a sturdy tavern, and the soot-covered, injured, and scared survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Hail, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of Stoutheart to grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls will join your fight. And with your aid, Stoutheart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. Okay. Let's hire these minstrels. Excellent. That's the last building that we haven't yet explored. There's Barkspur. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Bari mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She readied her soldiers for the final battle to retake this region. Okay. Let's move south. There's a wielder. Nimander Breeze. It's gonna be easy, it says. Let's see. Let's see how easy it's gonna be. Right. What's this? Musketeers. Ouch. That hurts. Pipers. +5 initiative to friendly. Musketeers. Reload. Troop can perform one range attack, then needs to reload for a turn. Okay, that's helpful. Fear no foe. +5 defense to friendly. +5% spell resistance. Do I want to grab the elevated ground? Or do I hold back? I'll hold back. And yeah, that's the buff there. Okay. I'll move. I have to advance. There's no way. Or maybe I'll just hang back and soften them up a little bit. The Pipers? Yeah, sure. The Musketeers? Okay. I wonder how good the minstrels are. Let's dispatch those Pipers. I'll bring the peasants back, if I can. They're reloading. Okay, so target enemy troops gets -25% damage. Target friendly troop gets +10 defense. It's gonna be -25% for these musketeers. Right, so let's move back. Oh, that triggered an attack opportunity. Great. We have only 2 rangers remaining. Wow, they decimated us. They really did the number to us. The minstrels are strong though. Wow. They're very strong. Okay. Musketeers really tore us apart. Okay. Our peasants did it. Some buff. Can I hinder their movement? Oh, there we go. Clouded vision. And I'll speed forward to take them out. There we go. And we're victorious. With a ton of casualties that we have suffered, but we're victorious. Nevertheless, after the battle, a beaten Nimander Breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I am Nimander Breeze of the Quartz Battalion and a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Baron, or you would know by my colors that I am Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, my lady. We were led to believe by our employer that they had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayal, we had already signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I'm satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. But every baron of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady Stoutheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to the prison in Castle Everkeep. There you may contemplate that honor might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tenderwild. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Nimander Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend upon me, Lady Stoutheart. Okay. This was the end of the first scenario. With Barkspur restored to Stoutheart rule of law, Cecilia gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupation of Ashbourne. For this, she would need the aid of Vilja of Thorncliffe, Warden of Stoutheart and Cecilia's longtime friend. Okay, so this was Songs of Conquest. It's a beautiful game, both gameplay-wise and visually as well. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the game or if you played it already, feel free to leave a comment down below. And until next time, I'll see you all. Bye bye.